Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of underpainting. I have one new product that I want to show you guys, and it's from the Melt Cosmetics line. They are the Petite Stacks. So I might mix both of these, but for the most part, all the items that I have are items that I use like on a daily. These are the only two new products that I want to show you. I try to put out videos like this as much as I can. Right now, I am putting out a lot of shorts, so you'll see more of those on my channel. But here lately, I've really been trying to work at putting videos like this where I'm actually talking. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. But before we do, if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, I've already put my skincare on. I've had that on and my sunscreen on since this morning, so it's really like sunk into the skin. I'm gonna go in with the Pacifica Sunny Glow drops. I've used these drops already like twice and I love them. There are so many companies coming out with like drops, like for instance, Westmed Atelier, Physicians Formula, Pacifica. There are like so many companies out there coming out with drops. The ones that I've tried are all quite different from each other. Some of them are more pigmented, some of them are less pigmented, some of them have a glow to them, some of them like have a matte look to them. But this one here is more glowy. So we're gonna put these on all over the face. And I usually just go in with like 2 drops for my entire face. So about that much. I'm just gonna put it all over the skin, and you're gonna see that this has a really beautiful like bronzy glow to it. It's just really nice. Kind of smells kind of like tropical to me. It will get on your hands, so just take a wipe or, you know, a Kleenex and wipe your hands off. So I'm gonna go in with this Glow Recipe Lip Balm really quick. My lips are super chapped. So now for my T-zone, I'm gonna go in with my One Size primer. This primer is like my all-time favorite primer for the T-zone. I haven't tried one that I like more than this one. I think what I'm gonna do is use concealer on my eyelids, and I'm using the YSL All Hours Concealer. I'm gonna use this as well for my under eye. Like I said, I have these 2 eyeshadows by Melt Cosmetics. These are the Petite Stacks. I do have the original stacks. They're a lot bigger. These are way, way smaller, but they're perfect because you can use these for travel where you don't have to take like a whole like bulky palette. I got both the warm and the neutral. If you look at the packaging, it's a cardboard packaging. It's got all these little shadows stacked up against each other. Really cool concept. I've seen Kaja do something like this. I think it's a very convenient concept. You know, like I said, these are small enough to actually travel with without all the bulkiness. Let me show you the neutral stack. And this is the neutral stack here. Oh, I just ruined that one with my nail. But that's one of the shades. I'm gonna go ahead and try the shadows to see if the shadows are, you know, just as good as the original Melt stacks. I'm gonna go into the neutral stack with the top shade here. I'm just going to place that on the lid. I'm gonna set the concealer. I'm gonna go into the warm stack. I feel like these are already getting very loose. Do you see that? Being that loose kind of bothers me because there's more of a chance for that shadow to get broken. So let's take this shadow from the warm stack and put that in our crease. It's more of a peachy shade. That peachy shade is very pigmented. It's going on really nice and it's so easy to blend. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and go into the neutral stack. I'm gonna take this shade right here and go into the outer corner and bring it in. The formula with these stacks are so nice. These would be great shadows for beginners because they're so easy to use and they're just like blending in so smooth. I'm gonna go back into the warm stack and I'm gonna use this shade right here. And I'm gonna place that all over the rest of the lid right here. That is super light and shimmery. I added a little bit more to my brush. Now I'm pressing it onto the lid. I'm not like sweeping it. I felt like when I swept it across, it didn't have enough pigment. So now I'm just taking product on the brush and I'm pressing it into the lid. And that's really pretty. I don't know if you guys can tell how pretty that is. That's beautiful. We will come back to these stacks in just a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of underpainting. I've been using this hourglass stick in the shade 14.5. It's called Golden Almond. It has this beautiful warmth to it. I'm gonna place that right here, here, and here. I'm also going to put a little bit under my nose. I'm just going to go with a little bit on my chin. So to start off with concealer, I'm going to go in with the Valentino concealer. And this is closer to my skin tone. So I'm just going to run that here, down my nose, right here. Then I'm going to add some in the center. I will go back in with the YSL concealer once I've blended everything out. So I'm going to blend out the bronzer. Make sure you bring it into the hairline because then it looks like you have like a mask on if you've got a gap here. It's always good to bring that bronzer into the hairline. Get my nose. The chin, I like to bring it down just a little bit to blend into the neck. I'm gonna take this new sponge that I love from Eco Tools. I showed you in my last video. It is literally the best thing to blend out concealer, foundation. It makes everything look so flawless. So I'm just gonna take the smaller part and I'm gonna blend in that concealer under my eyes, down my nose, and then the forehead, and then on the sides of my cheeks. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with just a little bit of foundation. I've been loving the Morphe foundation. If you're interested in knowing what shades I use in anything, they will be listed down below. But I just go in with like a pump of this, not too much. And then what I'll do is I'll go over this area just a little bit. I don't take too much on the sponge because I don't want to ruin the underpainting. Most of the time I concentrate it like on the center of my face because that's where I have a lot of like flaws like melasma and you know my pores and things like that. So I like to concentrate it like here. So this is what it looks like. So I've got like a little bit of bronze still going on. Now I'll go in with the YSL. So I'll use a little bit of this right here to brighten up that eye. And just press that in. That looks really good. Okay, so now I'm gonna powder, and I'm not gonna powder like too heavily. This is the Catfish powder by Kimchi. I'm using this powder to go under my eyes. I love this powder to set under my eyes because it's very lightweight, it's finely milled. I don't get a lot of creasing under there. So I'm just going to press that under my eyes. I don't get a lot of powder on my brush. I get very little because I don't want it to look cakey. Even though it's finely milled, if you put too much powder under there, it's gonna look really dry and cakey. For the center of my face, I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever HD powder. This is the new soft blurring powder, and I'm just gonna take a little puff. This is the Tati puff. You can honestly use any puff, but I have this one that I've been using, so I'm gonna put this on the center and up the cheek, and this powder is beautiful. It just blurs my skin. Whatever I have left, I just basically very gently just pat it on the other parts of my face. I don't want it to be too powdery on the outer portions of my face, so I just gently pat it. I used this bronzer in my last video and I cannot put it down. It's the new REM bronzer. This one is in the shade Blazed. So good. I'm just gonna take that on the cheekbone and I like to bring it up to the temple. And then I'll put a little bit on the tops of my forehead to blend all of that cream bronzer that I put in. This is just so gorgeous. I love it so much. We're gonna use this liquid blush by e.l.f. This is so pretty on. It's more like a terracotta shade. This is what it looks like. And I only put like a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. These blushes are amazing. I just put it on the back of my hand and I take a brush and really mix it in there. And then I go on top of the cheek. And I love that you can wear these blushes on top of powder, on top of foundation. Anyway, they give off the same look and just, oh, they're so beautiful. I'm gonna set the blush. I wanna set it because I don't want it to go anywhere. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Makeup Forever powder. I'm just gonna set the blush very lightly, nothing too powdery, so very lightly. I am going in with the brown pencil and it's the Maybelline Build a Brow pencil or brow pen. I love this. It has that fine tip where I can put like hair-like strokes. I think I used this in my last video. I'm pretty sure I did, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. And then I'll come back and I'll show you one of my favorite lips that I've been wearing. So I'll see you guys when I'm done with my brows. All right, I'm gonna take off this Glow Recipe Lip Balm. I'm gonna go in with Global Citizen by NYX. It's one of their Line Loud products. So I'm gonna go in with this product by Juvia's Place. It's called True Nude. It's one of their like glossy sticks. I love this. I have two of these. I have like a pink and this one. And I just dab it on the lips. And look at that gloss, look at that shine. It just makes your lips look so like juicy and glossy. Gives like this really beautiful shine to them. I'm gonna go in with the D'Alba spray. I love this spray. I have very little, so I'm just gonna use this like on the outer portion of my face. And I did want to go with a little bit of shadow on my lower lash line. So I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I think I'm gonna go in with the Warm Stack. Only because my eye look looks a little warm. I do wanna go in with the Warm Stack. I'm gonna go in with this shade. It's like the third from the last shade. I'm gonna take it on my lower lash line. I think I'm gonna deepen it up just a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with the next shade, which is the second to the last shade in the Warm Stack. It's got a little sheen to it. Do you see that? It has a little sheen there. It is very pigmented, so don't go in with a heavy hand if you're gonna use this. I'm gonna run that on top of that one, just on the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you because I feel the need to swatch them. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you. That is the Warm Stack. You've got like this lightest shade up top. You've got more of like a shimmery coppery shade, a peach shade, a bronzy, kind of like a dark bronzy tone shade, and then a very dark matte shade, like a chocolate brown. So this is the neutral stack. So you have a matte light shade, then you've got this, which is kind of like, it seems like it has a little bit of warmth to it. It's like a peachy shade. Then you've got this one, which is a really neutral light brown. Then it goes to a medium brown and then a dark brown, and all three of these are matte shades. This one has more matte shades than the warmer stack. All right, so now that I am done applying all this makeup, I wanna go over these stacks with you because I really feel like I need to emphasize that these stacks are very pigmented, very blendable, a super soft formula. The only thing that I see that is somewhat a negative, and of course it has nothing to do with the formula, it is the packaging. Because the packaging is cardboard, I feel like it is going to get very loose very quick. And I feel like if it comes loose and it's in a makeup bag, something can hit the shadow and it could break everywhere and crumble. So that is the only thing that I feel like you need to know about these. Are they good? Yes, they're amazing, beautiful mattes, looks good, doesn't look muddy, but like I said, it's the packaging for me. You know, I don't know that I care for this packaging only because this one is already loose. Do you see that? It won't even snap on. It's very loose. I will say this, if and when I pack these for a trip, they'll be packed with my makeup, but I think what I might do is put like a seal, like a little piece of tape here so that they seal together and I don't have to worry about them getting loose in the makeup bag. I'm definitely gonna keep these. I love them. I love the formulation. They're super soft, creamy. Like I said, so good. So yeah, I'll just have to work with them. I just felt like I had to tell you guys. Every other product I've used. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.